good afternoon to all our viewers out there on the Malvern Lacrosse Facebook page and the Malvern Lacrosse YouTube page. This is round 8, State League Lacrosse, Malvern versus Caulfield. I'm Gus Campbell.
I'm still Dave Joy.
And we'll be bringing you all the action today as it breaks. Our referees for today is Richard Ellingsworth, Lou Showbrook and Lindsay Ovens. We have a late inclusion to the Malvern side. Patrick McGrath-Campbell comes in for the injured Tom Bown. Just a shout out to a couple of people out there watching. First of all, Lenny Young, old player, esteemed colleague, up in there in Maroopna in Northern Victoria, tuning in to watch the game today. And we have a special shout out to Mark and Gina Brenfleck out there in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, watching their two sons, Zach and Jeb, play for Malvern today. Second game for the two Brenfleck boys, Dave.
Yeah, they were excellent last week, Gus. Big Jeb on the back line, really got aggressive, looked the part, and Zach, number 16, that little sneaky left-hander.
Yep. Couple of American boys come out of High Point, Division 1 team High Point, coached by John Crawley. So as the teams come onto the field, we have a wonderful day here today at the Malvern Town Hall. The sun's out. There's no wind, unfortunately, or hopefully for the rest of the day there will be no rain. And we're all looking forward to a great game of State League Lacrosse. So last week, Dave, Malvern played Surrey Park. They got the win. A little bit slow in the first quarter. What did you think there?
Well, the first quarter, I thought Surrey were very, very aggressive with the ball, good ball control. But what worries me, Gus, that last quarter, Malvern gave up 4 goals.
Yeah.
And again, 2 of them in man-ups. And then the following week, the week before that, identical for Altona. So they have to learn to finish off in three-quarter time. They can't allow their opponents to get back into it.
Yeah,
and put a tally together at least.
Yeah, as we know, you do need to get a good start. You don't want to be coming from behind. Talking about goalkeepers today, we have 2 excellent goalkeepers there. First of all, for Caulfield, young Teddy Friend as an alternate in the Australian under-20 team. And Richard Chan from Malvern, who's been having a sensational season so far. And I'm sure that Malvern really hope that he gets off to a good start and can stay in there, stand on his head all day.
Yeah, well, let's get ready to go.
So in the middle, we've got, for Malvern, we've got Pat McGrath-Campbell and Connor Flood for Caulfield at the X, ready to go. First quarter. Well, the gate's open now. First face-off picked up off the deck by Aaron Curry for the Malvern side to bring them into attack. Ball with Brenfleck. I think they'll just want to give everyone a touch just to get settled in. Baker with the ball now, sends it across to Campbell. He's got Barnes at the top. I'll give Donnie Howard a touch down there on the right-hand side.
So Malvern throwing to the town hall end. That means they'll have to guard the sun in Roger Tran's eyes. So it'd be very important they can keep a lot of offensive time up in the town hall end of the field.
Yeah, as we know, when the sun is out at this ground just to the left of our box, it's very hard for the goalkeepers. It's a drive from Barnes. He dumps it behind. Brenfleck looks up.
Here it comes. Whoa.
Oh, there's the first shot.
Took the roof off.
Jordan Campbell goes high, goes wide, but Aaron Curry will keep possession and bring it back into the Malvern attack. Baker up top. Working Jeb Brenfleck behind today, Dave.
Yeah, he'll come in and out from that bottom left. These little Barnes. Kick it. They'll kick it again.
Looks like Caulfield's going to try and ride Donnie Howard pretty tight. And Brenfleck drives from behind on his right. Sinks it back behind. There's Baker. Baker drives, looks at the shot, he hasn't got it. Sticks
Oh,
it across
great
to Donny
feed.
Howard, but it's a great
Beats
save
the
there by the
point.
Caulfield keeper. Howard working from the top. Ball with Baker behind.
Oh,
It's a bad pass there, and it's picked up by Caulfield. Caulfield will clear it through the goalkeeper, Teddy Friend. Bound comes on for Malvern to ride. Pretty easy clear for Caulfield by the looks of it.
yeah, Mealy, number 40.
Charlie Mealy with the easy clear. In lane with the ball. Sends it across to Corsi. He hits Fothergill down low. Caulfield send it back high. Their first possession in attack. There's the drive and the shot and the first score.
Always going to go to his left. Dylan Harari.
First score for Caulfield. Malvern had some opportunities early in the quarter. Haven't been able to capitalise. Caulfield first time down. Work the ball around, take the good shot, and they've put the first on the board with 11:47 to go in the first. Back to the face-off, it'll be Patrick McGrath-Campbell against Connor Flood from Caulfield.
Pat in the back.
Takashi Wada comes on for the Malvern side. Been away for a couple of weeks. I'm sure they'll be welcoming him back. Baker settles it down, gets it to Wada. Pat McGrath-Campbell comes off. Sammy Anglicus on from the box. Malvern looking for the drive. Wada will run. He gets jammed up. Good defence there. It's Baker with a drive. Passes wayward. Brentford gets it out to Cook. Can't get his hands free. Howard behind. Looks up the top to Brentford. He makes a fake. Can't get the shot off. It's another error there from Malvern.
Good D. Sticking the lanes for Caulfield.
In
Knocked
lane
it
down the middle.
And he's thrown it out of the park.
2 unforced errors in a matter of 10 seconds. One from each side. Zach Brentflick with the ball. Looks in the middle of Baker.
Great pass. On the
Lovely
money.
pass. Baker clears the ball. They need to get on the board, the Malvern side. They've struggled getting the first one for the last couple of weeks, Dave.
Yeah, the first quarters haven't been too electric, Dustin.
Plenty of opportunities.
See where they go with their matchups with the two short sticks.
Anglicus on the drive on his left side. Tries to skip inside, falls, takes the shot. Saved by Teddy Friend. Caulfield seem to be clearing easily. They've only had 2 attempts. Malvern not riding like they normally do. That's Charlie Mealy, runs it across again. Great stick. He's got Harari. Gets it down to Garrett Moser. Working back up the top with Fothergill. Gets it across to Finn Lane, the first drive for Finn.
The lefty.
That's Bobby Wells working around the left-hand side. He's looking for the shot. Here's Fothergill. Cook steps up to defend.
He's all right.
Spills it out, it'll stop.
That'll stay. Big Sammy.
There's Sammy.
Couldn't
Sammy
get hold of it.
Todana couldn't hold it.
There's back in.
In the Malvern attack, Caulfield still with possession. Fin lane through the middle. He'll just run it over and clear and settle for Caulfield.
Yeah, good rebound from the Caulfield long sticks.
Garrett in defence for Malvern. Caulfield keeping it nice and wide. Looking for the one-on-one. Here's Fothergill to take on Cook, but he moves it on. Zach Corsi with the ball, looking for somewhere to go. Sends it behind.
One-hander.
There's a drive behind. That's Bobby Wells. There's a save from Roger Chan.
Looking at the sun too. Good shot.
Cook out there by himself will clear it. He's got the trailer there in Howard if you can see it. Renfleet with a shot. Teddy Friend comes up with a save. Referee's call saying the goalkeeper stepped out and brought it back in, so Malvern get possession. Here's Cook in the middle, takes a shot, doesn't go anywhere. Chalk another save down to Teddy Friend. Poor clear, Anglicus is there to pick up the crumbs. The Malvern coach is calling to settle, make the change. Bound will come off and Howard will come on. Curry at the top, finds Howard.
He'll go. That's deflected.
Here's Millie again down the field. Gets it across to Dylan Harari. Pass is bad.
The sun might have worked against him there.
Yep. So we know that sitting to the left of the commentary box from where the TV camera is, it's very, very hard. That sun's in the eyes.
30 seconds, Aaron Curry.
Not sure what the call was, but Aaron Curry will spend 30 seconds in the penalty box. Malvern man down for 30. Harari to bring it in. Fothergill and Lane have a little bit of a catch up the top. Caulfield working their man up on a rotation. There's the shot, not quality, come up, Chan comes up with it.
Yeah, that was straight to the stick.
Will Leong gets it over. He's bound. Malvern's still got to clear the ball. Baker's there to relief.
Here we go, Baker with it, middle of the ground. Malvern sub up. Geordie Campbell, 15. Round to the back, here comes Barnes. Dominant lefty. Campbell, tic-tac. On to Cook. With drive, you're going to come left.
There's Baker at the top. Spins around, he hasn't got anywhere to go. Gets it across to Campbell. Here's Kobe Cook. Takes a swim. Tries to get a shot off. Gets checked. Ball's in dispute. We've got Malvern in the crease. Caulfield will get possession. Malvern a bit slow to jump up and get back on that right at this stage, Dave. Caulfield clearing very, very easily.
Yeah, looking for the quick outlet over the top. Like all good midfielders will run for a goalie. He's open.
Yep. Moses just sitting down on the bottom right-hand corner unattended. Spotted up, he catches the ball, he puts it in. Nothing fancy, just takes a good shot. So Caulfield out to a 2-goal lead. 4:40 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, quick ball movement there from Caulfield. Dylan Harari. Look for the open teammate in the bottom right. However, timeout on the black. Need to get on their bikes.
They've had plenty of the ball. They just haven't been able to capitalise in attack. Caulfield playing pretty smart defence in there. They're not It's not sort of not playing a zone per se, but they're sloughing back in and just allowing Malvern to work the ball around the outside. As soon as they look inside, they're pretty well covered.
Yeah, they're crowding the crease area, Gus, without being
Got to
a
get
designed zone.
Some more cutting, maybe some more cuts through there, Dave, and just open them up and make the defenders turn their head. Well, the clouds have come over. The sun temporarily goes away. It's definitely an advantage down to the left of us when it is out. Caulfield have had it for the first 10 minutes of the quarter, but haven't really used that. Both their shots have come from fairly close in and bounce shots off the ground.
Yeah, let's see what Malvern bring out now.
Yeah, a bit slow to get on the board. So back to the X now. McGrath Campbell against Flood for Caulfield.
Flood
gets
out.
this one on a fast break. Curry comes in with a check, but not good enough. Flood gets Caulfield's third. 4:30 to go in the first. Caulfield leads 3-0.
Come on, boys, here we go.
Same two in the face-off again. As I mentioned earlier, Patrick McGrath Campbell, a late inclusion, the injury to Thomas Bound. McGrath Campbell wins this one. Malvern going to attack again. Bring Wada on through the bench. Here's Brent Fleck. Baker sends it across to Wada. We've got Donny Howard up top. Malvern still making a change. Baker with the ball behind. Forces the crease.
There he is.
There's Brent Fleck there.
16.
There's the first for Malvern. Baker to Brent Fleck. Much better shot that time from the Malvern guy.
I remember one time I did stats with Glenn, Malvern playing Caulfield, Gus. At the end of the day, we threw 7 off the crease.
Yep.
They gave us a hell of a job, which they're doing on the outside, yet we scored in the middle. Maybe that's the avenue to goal there.
Well, we've got to work the ball around, as we said earlier. Get the cuts through, make them turn their heads, and that's going to give the opportunity. Once the defence starts to turn their head, that's going to give the attackers the opportunity to pop out, get open, get the hands free, take the ball, and get the shot. So at the X. It's going to be a good battle. Flood comes out with it again. Bounds there, quick to put the heat on. Harari will settle it for Caulfield. Fothergill. Sit across the fin lane. Lane's going to take on the face-off guy. Sends it back to Fothergill. Bound steps up. As we speak, the sun's out again. Here's Harari on the drive. He has one in there on the crease, but he can't get it. Caulfield will keep possession on the end line.
Cutter. Ooh.
Shot goes wide. Caulfield will keep it. Moser with control. We got one down there out in the field. Kobe Cook down in there. We'll stand by. Looks like he's up. He's limping. He's definitely limping, Dave. Let's hope he's okay.
I think he's walking all right.
Stop.
Referees, I think they've got to sort of have a bit of a look around on what's going on out there. In the case of an injured player, you don't start play till the player's off the field. As we just heard Kobe Cook say he's okay, it's just knee on knee, so it's a bump. Fortunately, here's Lane. He's going to drive on Barnes. Zach Caulfield with the
come
ball.
back left.
Yeah, looking for his left. Brent Fleck steps up, dispossesses him. Great check, but needs a bit of help from his Malvern teammates to get this ball. Here's Harari on a drive. Finlane will slow her down if Caulfield down in their attack.
Inside the last 2 minutes.
1:40 to go in the first. Caulfield leading 3-1.
They're going to dodge the short sticks.
Yep. Barnes needs to get back in and get some help. Here's Fothergill on the drive. They all come to him. He takes a shot, puts it in. It's not the start that Malvern are after, it's certainly the start that Caulfield wanted. 4-1, Caulfield lead, 1:28 to go in the first. So all 4 goals from Caulfield have all been quality shots that have bounced off the ground, Dave.
Yeah, they've kept them low there, Gus. They've had plenty of leg speed. Driving at that goal, that's how they've let the ball go. They've always backed themselves dodging our midfield. Every time we play them, Caulfield are very, very strong through the midfield.
Yeah, the Malvern team a bit slow to slide and double up there. McGrath Campbell comes up with a pretty even contest so far in the face-off area. Bone off, Campbell on. Here's Curry over to Campbell. Here's Howard. He swims inside, looking for somewhere to go. Comes back around. He's got Paddy McGrath Campbell there. He can't hold the pass.
Clever enough, gets it out. Knocked down
another
again.
Unforced error. Baker's there. No, Brent Fleck's there. He'll get it and get it to Baker. Down to 39 seconds. I think Malvern will probably want to hang on to it for another 10 or 15 and make the last effort and try and get that one goal to put them 2 down at the quarter break. Baker working, comes up to his left. Anglicus makes a move. Takes a shot straight to the goalie. Not a quality shot at all. 6 to go. That should just about run the clock out.
Yeah.
Caulfield look up. Hail Mary.
Going to give it a crack.
Got to shoot, but the time clock runs out and beats them. So at the end of the first, Caulfield lead 4-1. Pretty impressive opening quarter by the Caulfield side, Dave.
All over them. Absolutely dominating the game both ends, Gus.
Yep. They're running with 13 players. Pretty short bench. It's worrying if time will tell if they may run out of legs, but Malvern just need to get their act together down the other end. They've had plenty of it in attack. So what do we got, Dave, stats-wise for the quarter?
Well, Malvern had 7 on the net and 5 at the back. 1 at the back fence, so they've had 8. But match almost with Caulfield. They've had 6 on goal for their 4 goals, and just 1 hit the back fence. So he's shooting it well. Paddy McGrath leading 4-2 in the face-offs, but really not much between him and Young Flood.
Caulfield seem to have the better of the ground balls. I haven't seen the stats for that, but it just appears that they're doing better there at this stage.
Particularly coming out the D. They're swarming coming out of the D.
Yeah.
Sticking the lanes, knocking the ball down.
So I'm sure the Malvern side will make a few adjustments. Okay, back to the start of the second quarter. Caulfield 4, Malvern 1. Got McGrath, Campbell and Flood at the face-off again.
See if Malvern use that sun.
Well, Malvern has got to get the quality shots. McGrath, Campbell with it, comes out. Here's Brenfleck. Baker across to Howard. Malvern will make subs. Barnes comes on for Bound. Cook on for Campbell McGrath. Okay, Baker behind with it again, working. Gets it across over to Brenfleck. Jacoby Cook's back on. Davey looks fine.
He'll be all right.
Yep. Barnes on the drive. Howard gets it, but spills it, gets it back. He's going to take it on. Donnie Howard looks up, takes a shot and scores.
Better repeg that goal, Gus.
Yeah, well, as we say, let's
lifted.
go to the replay. But as we were mentioning before, the sun down there for goalkeepers is very difficult. Donnie took advantage of that time. Brings the score back to 4 Caulfield, 2 Malvern. Plenty of time in the second.
That's an early lifter for the Malvern team.
And certainly the start they wanted to the quarter.
Yeah, get on a roll now. McGrath at the back. Oh my.
Curry misses the easy ground ball, but anyway, McGrath Campbell there to pick it up. We'll bring it into attack for Malvern again. He leaves it with Brenfleck. Aaron Curry with it just to call it up while Malvern make a sub. Anglicus to move into attack. Baker again behind. Malvern seem to have a two-prong feed from behind. We've got Baker on one side and Brenfleck hanging around on the other side. Here's Anglicus. Here's Wada. He likes to run. Takashi Wada just runs it down, moves it on. Baker drives up to the left.
Give and go.
Here's Howard again. He'll make a move. He falls over this time. Ball's on the ground. Caulfield come up with it. Not yet. Still in a scrimmage.
Now, what have we got there?
Not quite sure, but it's a Malvern ball. A good ground ball one there by the Malvern side. Need to be a little bit more tenacious at those ground balls.
Yeah, they've got to get numbers to it, Gus. The old Richmond Swarm from their premiership era. Get numbers to the ball and don't let the opposition breathe.
Yep. Here's Howard.
You go off the top here.
Baker at the top. Curry sets the pick. Not required. Baker on the drive. Got nowhere to go. Comes back to his right. Tries to take the shot, but he's dispossessed. And Teddy Friend comes up with a big save. Ball with Gabe Doyle behind. In no hurry. Malvern look a little bit more set in their ride this time, Dave.
Yeah, I think you could try the 10-man press almost, Gus. Got to flush it out. You want the goal court to be clearing it.
It's got to be practiced.
You all got to run.
Mealy again runs it across. He's got no one coming towards him. He finds Harari. Garrett steps up with a bump, but Harari gets the shot off. Saved by Chan. And here's Curry.
That's a quick turnover from Caulfield.
Yeah.
Very unusual from how they played it in the first quarter.
They were very patient in the first quarter. Here's Anglicus now. Cook will come on. Campbell at the top, he'll go down to Cook. Not sure what pattern they're trying to run Malvern at the moment. Jordan Campbell on the dodge, he drops it. Gets it back, continues with his drive. Hits Mitchell Baker.
You've got to watch the sun.
You've got to watch that sun down there. Here's Cook on the move. Yeah, the Suns get him again. They've got to be real careful down that end, Dave. Here's Donnie Howard.
He's going to take him.
He's having trouble standing up. They get that kid some better boots, I think.
Moving pick for sure.
Yeah, Malvern have been called on the moving pick. They'll lose possession.
Only happens Australian lacrosse. They do it once, they won't do it again for the rest of the day. They'll give it up.
Finn Lane with the ball for Caulfield in their attack. Fumbled it a couple of times, but still kept it. Fothergill sends it over. Lane just prepared to settle it down, goes back to Harari.
He got the short stick.
Here comes the short stick.
He's waiting.
Waiting for the drive.
Here they go. Barnes is a lefty also.
Harari steps
Easy
around that.
save.
It's a nice save by Chan, but Caulfield will keep it. Nice check by Zach Brenfleck.
Brings that aggression, Gus.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of muscle. Get after him attitude. Really great.
Wilder behind. Got Barnes on the
Oh, great
He
finish.
looks up. Great finish.
Thank goodness he didn't bounce it.
Yeah, well.
His bread and butter's to bounce on the ground. Nice finish in the sun.
He must have realised the sun was behind him, Dave, and put
Yep.
it up high. But what a great look from Takashi Wada that time.
He might be the answer at the back, guys. Bring Baker out to the front.
Yeah, I think they need to get Mitch up from the top.
But cutting's the secret to it all.
Pulls it back to a one-goal Caulfield lead. We've got 8:40 to go in the second quarter.
Loose.
Flood almost gets that one. Bound tries to pick it up. Paddy Mack gets it, flicks it across to Cook. So Malvern starting to get on top in the face-off. Cook drives. Sees Brendlick across on the other side. He looks to Donny Howard. Takes a shot, goes high. Nice ball movement. Shot just didn't work. Jeb Brentfleck. Mealy steps up to him. Driver's looking for the cutter that wasn't there. Donny Howard looking for, he draws the double, so if he's drawn the double.
Oh, he's got that inside move. He goes
taken
left,
a nice
right.
shot, bounced off the ground, and he's pulled it back to level peggings. 4 apiece, 7:58 to go in the second quarter here at the Malvern Town Hall.
Donny Howard's second goal for the quarter.
Yep.
Such a slippery character, Gus. He goes left and right. Just tangles them up.
It's just, you know, talking and in the change rooms and at training here at Malvern, the players have a fine system. And players get fined for the most ridiculous things, which is all part of their banner and part of the team group. But I made a mention that maybe those fines, they might just want to put in and buy Donny a pair of boots with some longer stops in them so he doesn't slip over as much.
Must think he's playing artificial turf over here. Yeah, Malvern 4 shots on the net. 3 have gone in. Teddy Friend feeling the sun.
Yep.
Oh, forward. Young Flood.
Flood comes out with this one. While they get all settle it down for the Caulfield team in their attacking half. Bobby Wells gets it up to Harari. Finn Lane on the drive. No one takes him. Takes a magnificent shot.
Right in that top corner.
Right in that top corner.
That was smoking.
Yep, he skipped around that Malvern guy like there was no tomorrow. Caulfield take the lead again, 5-4 with 7:20 to go in the second.
That's probably the shot that everyone takes on training nights, Gus, about 40 or 50 times.
Yeah.
And missed 49 of those 50.
Stick high, stick side too, Dave, but anyway, it's in.
Yeah, there's pace, too much pace on it. That was smoking.
McGrath gets this one back. Brentford looks to Baker. Baker takes a shot. He hits the top corner.
Get a bit of a shootout now, Gus.
Yeah, within 15 seconds we tie again. So we're back at 5-all with 7 to go in the second. Last 2 Malvern goals have been the one before, Howard was high. But very difficult for any goalkeeper to make a save down that end when the ball's up around the head area. Sun just gets right in the eyes. Flood goes early, so Malvern will get the face-off win. Paddy Mack, got to get it off and get off.
McGrath leading 5-1 on the face-offs this quarter.
Yep, he certainly started to take control in that area this quarter. Here's Kobe Cook, finds Takashi Wada. Barnes comes on, he'll send it down to Howard. Baker working predominantly behind for the Malvern side so far today. Here's Barnes to Wada. Wada likes to run, but he moves it on.
He's spreading them out now.
There's Barnes on the drive.
Fight.
Yeah,
straight at his feet.
Great save there by Teddy Friend. Finn Lane with the ball, clears it.
In good physical shape too.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse so far.
Him and Liam Fothergill here, number 12. Relentless with their running up and back for him.
Here's Fothergill again. Bobby Wells takes the shot, but Chan comes up with the save. He's got Barnes there, passes wayward, and Fothergill will get it back and keep Caulfield in attack. Probably an unforced error there. This is Finlane again on the drive. He looks to do what he did just before, but moves it off. Caulfield moving the ball well there in the attack. Harari gets it. Sends it across, Fothergill on the move. There's the error. Todd Hunter in there for Malvern, swinging the axe, comes up with the ball. Garrett with the ball. He'll run if he has to.
He's got House in the middle. Not moving House today.
Ooh. Timeout chance to Malvern. Just in a nick of time there, they cleared it, spilled it, and fortunately for Malvern, the coaches had called the timeout while Malvern still had possession. So time to talk, time to set it out. 5-all, 4:45 to go in the second. Been an interesting quarter. Malvern sort of came from a couple behind to get back and get level. Caulfield still certain style of play. They've been very crisp up and down the field. They've been very patient in attack.
Yeah, I think their defence has been really solid too, and they've got the two left-handers down there. Nearly 40 and 33 marks. Been very handy throwing the checks out, particularly getting after Baker.
Yep, not easy. Might like to see Baker come up for a few runs through the midfield. Dave, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, bring him up the top, Gus, and put tic-tac down there. Somebody can go left and right quickly.
Yep.
Create that slide.
As we saw, Takashi Wada did get only one opportunity to be behind, and with great vision he found the feed and come up with a nice assist. .4:45 to go in the second quarter. Malvern will start with possession. Howard to take. He's got Brenfleck back to Baker behind. Barnes is up the top. Here's Takashi Wada. He'll take a move. He doesn't stand still for very long. Tic-tac. Around the perimeter. Barnes is going to be on the sweep here. Doyle steps up.
Got a yard on him.
Yep. Good defence there by Gabe Doyle. Here's Wada. Malvern mainly looking for a one-on-one dodge. Like to see a bit more cutting through the area there, Dave. Turn the Caulfield defenders' heads. Anglicus drives from the bottom left. He's got Howard at the top. Here's Baker. Griffin Mark steps up to him. Howard takes it on, takes a shot, comes off the pipe or the foot. There's no goal. It's play on.
He got him. Sammy Anglicus forced the error there.
Yep. Good hard chasing there by Sammy Anglicus. He forces the error and Malvern will get another chance in their attack. Down to 3:20 in the quarter, 5 apiece. Howard Baker up the top, makes the run, gets past his man on the left, throws it across in the middle. Here's Brentford. Can he get his shot off? He gets his shot off. He scores.
Nice.
Nice.
You better rewind that one.
Better get a replay on that one. Went around the world and back up top and then down, up and around.
He might be on Dancing with the Stars this week.
What a move. What a move.
Twinkle toes there. Yeah. I don't know if it's right or left-handed when you finished it.
No matter, it's in. Malvern take a 6-5 lead with 2:54 to go in the quarter.
Young Zach Brentfleck.
Yep. No, that was Jeb. That's the other one. That's Jeb.
Yeah, Jeb's on the D.
Hope Mark and Gina, his parents, were watching that one. Here's Caulfield on the drive through Meal again. Doesn't get anything, so he gets a shot off. No, we've got a flag. We'll wait for the referee's calls on that. Just waiting for the call here. Looks like we've got a 1-minute penalty on number 8, Patrick McGrath-Campbell. And Caulfield in a man-up situation. Their second EMO for the game. I don't think they were successful on the first attempt, Dave, but they've got a full minute here.
Yeah, 2.5 this quarter. Now back the right-handed.
Shot from Tasmania goes out and ends up in Northern Territory that time, Dave.
That's their first miss on the goal though, Gus, funny enough.
Yep.
Pretty conservative. Looking to feed, looking to feed.
Same again. Zach Corsi, straight over the top.
Here it comes.
Is Malvern going to send some from McGrath-Campbell? No. It looks like it was Garrett Moser. Was it number 17 got that goal?
That normally is bottom right.
Bottom right.
Man up goal.
Back to 6-all. Malvern still have a 3-second, 4-second penalty. And Lockie Bound will have to step up. It's a Malvern face-off guy, Patrick McGrath-Campbell, sitting in the box. Ball's out. Baker gets the spill.
He got the rebound.
Can't see Cook open over there, but Cook skips in. Misses the easy sitter. He backs up his own shot as Malvern call a timeout with 1:16 to go in the second. Bit of an opportunity miss that time, Dave.
Yeah, Kobe Cook.
It's always easy from where we sit, but...
I think Teddy Friend might have given him that right-hand side of the pipe and moved late to try and block that. That was...
Saying hello to the arrival of my lovely daughter, Ellen Campbell, and come to the commentary box to say hello to her father and Dave Joy.
I think she must think it's going to rain, Gus. She's got the big raincoat on.
She's just checking on us, Dave, so she'll probably be the one to bring us the coffee and the cream. Say, that's why she's come up. Back minute 16 to go in the quarter. Probably thinking last 18, 20 seconds and try and score the goal just before half time. Sun's back out, so the sun is in Teddy Friend's eyes down at that end. Barnes starts with it.
I want to hurry, only got 10 seconds.
Down to a minute.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Got a
Barnes
spec
on the
savers.
drive, not quite sure if that's the right one, but Brenfleck steps up. Looks
Here it
across
comes.
to Baker. He takes a fake. Well defended there by Miller. Spins around. Can't get the good shot off. Ball goes out. They've called it a pass, not a shot.
Yep.
So Caulfield will have 46 seconds to try and score and take that 1-goal lead at half time. I'm not quite sure if they've got any timeouts left or not, but they're not in a hurry to get it up. Back to the goalkeeper. Teddy Friend with it. 22 seconds to go. Don't seem to be in too much of a hurry, Caulfield, at this stage. They get it across. Griffin Marks brings it across. It's down in the corner. Zach Corsi with it, trying to look for the score with 4 seconds to go. Down to 3. Here's Harari.
He dropped it.
He's dropped it right on the bell. So, what a game so far. Caulfield out to a 4-1 lead. Malvern draw it back and we get to half time, Dave. 6 apiece.
Yeah, Malvern had a good quarter. 5 goals there.
Yeah.
Spreading them around.
Still not looking that sharp. Not what we know they can produce. Caulfield been very solid. Very, very solid.
Yeah, Malvern had 8 shots on the net for their 5 goals. That was good shooting in that sense.
Yep.
Missed 2. Went to the back fence. And Caulfield had 5 shots on the net for their 2, and 2 hit the back fence for them. Their goal scorers, Donny Howard 2 for Malvern, Mitch Baker 1, and Jeb Brenleck, the little attackman, is 2, and Liam Barnes has 1. And for Caulfield, Dylan Harari 1, Finn Lane 1, Liam Fothergill 1, and I think it's Mossa 1, and the other single is for Connor Flood.
Oh, well, that's the half. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with all the action in the second half.
Garrett. Thanks.
Back again. Start of the third quarter. Anyone's game at this stage scores 6 apiece. As I say, in the Classics day, the third quarter is usually the premiership quarter.
Yeah, we'll see where we go from here. The sun's gone in behind the clouds, which will help the Malvern defence. And McGrath.
Curry tries to pick it up. He's missed a couple today, young Aaron Curry. Caulfield get the first possession of the quarter. It's been pretty good from number 40, Charlie Miller, today, Dave.
Hey, very good, Gus. Really good in that defence. Again, it's a left-hander. So he gets that unorthodox checks in there.
Wayne takes a drive, steps up to McGrath Campbell. Back to Fothergill. Bound steps up. We got a flag on that?
Yeah.
Lane takes a shot, goes high, goes wide. No flag? Yeah, we have. Looks like we've got a 30-second penalty on.
Yeah, I don't think it was much in it, Gus. Maybe
well,
a trip.
he's in the box, so Lockie Bound will sit in the bin for 30 seconds. Caulfield go into a man-up situation. Work the ball at the top. Lane the main point man up the top.
Looking for the bottom right.
Yeah.
They draw her up to the top left. They're looking for Molson on the bottom.
Good patience. Finds a one in the middle, but he can't get it. Curry tries to come up with it, but he can't. There's Zach Brenflick. He clears it. Barnes is on the drive. Looks across to Howard. Howard takes the fake. Malvern need to settle now. Couldn't achieve the fast break. Great work there from Zach Brenflick. Jordan Campbell comes on. Brenflick to Baker. Fumbles but keeps possession. Let's get Curry up the top. Jordan Campbell wants to take a live. He goes left. Looks across to Mitch Baker. He's well guarded there.
Another one. Good look. He's onto it like a vacuum cleaner, Gus.
It's Miller again, screaming down the middle. They all come to him. He gives a backhand pass. Not quite what he wanted, but Caulfield will keep it. This Coursey settling it down behind. Harari to Fothergill.
Dodging all the short sticks.
Looks over on the corner, and there
Got
it
him.
is. There's that Coursey sitting there all by himself. He catches it and puts it in. So Caulfield take a 7-6 lead with 11:58 to go in the third. First goal for the quarter. He's certainly been a thorn in Malvern's side in defence, that Charlie Mealy, number 40. Reads the ball very well.
Here we go, back at the face-off. McCann was just good enough to put the pressure on. There's the wraps.
Still hasn't cleared it yet. Gets Paddy McGrath, gets away.
The big unit.
Gets it to Baker. He'll come off for Anglicus and Wada. Brent Flick at the back. Kobe Cook up the top to Anglicus. Wada sends it down behind. Anglicus takes the move, gets it back to Cook. He'll make a run. Gets to his right. Hasn't really got anywhere to go. Dumps it off to Brent Flick. Hits Baker behind. There's another bad pass from the Malvern side, but fortunately Anglicus is there to pick up the crumbs.
Here he is.
Here's Cook again. Brent Flick makes his move. Finds Anglicus in the middle.
Great
The
feed.
shots
Not a good
quickly
shot.
snapped up by Teddy Friend.
Not a good shot. In close, goalkeepers are trying to keep their stick up.
Caulfield in no hurry to clear the ball. No pressure as yet from Malvern. Anglicus doing the work back and forward. Friend runs it down the middle, no one comes to him, so he keeps going and clears the ball. Malvern defender's pretty loose there and makes the easy clear. Of course, he gets it. Bobby Wells sends it up the top. Harari sends it down. Connor Flood moves it on. Here's Harari, he's on the drive. Draws a double, but he's able to dump it across. Here's Fothergill. Harari wants to take Howard on. Goes over his left to his right. Of course, he's got one sitting on the crease there, Fothergill, but he misses it.
Old house, number 9, he was ball watching.
Yeah, Malvern are just letting them allow him to get open on the crease area.
He got sucked into the play.
Here's Wells. Garrett steps up. Wells gets inside. Great save by Chan. Cook on the move. He's going to run it across for an easy clear. Cook takes the move. No fast break, so he cools it off. Heat still on. He finds Howard up the top. Garrett comes off. Barnes will go on for Malvern in attack. Baker tries to move.
He got a flag.
Goes up, not quite sure what it was for yet. But Howard will take this one on. Not quite sure why they've called it off so early, Dave.
I don't know, he didn't go backwards with it.
Anyway, we have an interference call on number 18, Gabe Doyle. He'll spend 30 seconds in the bin. Malvern's first DMO opportunity, Dave, as far as I can see today.
But we haven't scored, Gus, so
we haven't scored.
Keep putting down extra till we get a tick.
Yep. So the wide 3-3 by the look of it again.
Cook's bottom right, and he's open. He's looking for it.
Baker and Howard just working it up the top, looking for someone on the crease. Baker takes the shot. It goes high, deflects. Fortunately for Malvern, Cook's there to pick it up. Howard takes a shot. It goes wide. Barnes will back it up for Malvern and bring it back in. About 7 seconds to go. Penalties over. All clear. Howard and Baker up the top. They look down the bottom. There's Cook. Takes a shot. Goes saved by Teddy Friend again. There's a clear. Fothergill through the middle. He's got speed. He's quick. There's no trouble clearing the ball. The corners open again. Chan comes up with that one. Garrett will run it up. He's got Cook up. Looks up. Finds him. Cook will just run it across for Malvern. Calling for some subs. They've been out there for a little while. There's some fresh legs out there now. So Wada comes on.
Just the one goal, Gus.
Yeah. One goal so far. 6:32 to go in the quarter. Caulfield leads 7-6. Here's Brenfleck working behind.
Oh, great.
Baker
Saved it again.
He misses it again, but great save, I suppose. You've got to put that down to the goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah, he moved. He made a good save.
But they've spilled it, so Howard will keep possession.
That's what goalkeepers can do now. They start to get in your head.
Yep.
You think you've got an open net, so you put it there, and all of a sudden the goalie moves to it.
Howard working alone down there. Now he moves to Brenfleck, to Wada. Cook up the top's going to drive. No, he moves it on to Baker. Baker looks across Brenfleck with a fake. He gets everyone there, but he can't get the shot off. He does get the shot off, goes wide, and Howard will back it up. Still like to see Malvern cutting through that area a bit. Caulfield defenders just able to stand there and watch at this point in time. Here's Wada, he'll step up. Gets to his left, takes a shot. It's a much better shot, but misses. Howard keeps possession for Malvern.
That's his first shot for the day, Gus.
Yeah.
Just not getting enough out of him, not getting enough game time.
Well, he's not getting on enough, Dave. Howard slips over again. Gets a foul. We'll just wait for the referee's call on this one. I suspect it might be a hold. Yeah. So Charlie Milley will spend Malvern yet to score in the quarter. Sticking with the wide 3-3.
Need a cut.
There's a shot
That
this
got
time.
him.
Baker puts it in this time. Much better shot. He used the ground and bounced it. Didn't give Teddy Friend much chance. A lot of leg traffic in there, and if it's down low and bouncing off the ground, it's very hard for the goalkeeper to get their eyes on it. So we go to 7-all with the ball game here. 4:43 to go in third. Anyone's game still.
Yeah, the importance of scoring on the man-ups, particularly in a game like this.
You don't get enough opportunities to waste them, Dave. So here we go. Timeout charge to Green. Neither team able to break the back of the opposition at this point in time. tic-tac-toe up and down the ground, and 7 apiece.
That's on the ability of the defence short stickers, which team can produce the better one, running both ways. At the moment, Caulfield would be leading that.
Yep.
Productive-wise.
Yeah, the Malvern midfield have been a little bit quiet today.
We haven't seen Aaron Curry get that ball and run between 2 or 3 and stick it in the net.
No, he hasn't had the opportunity today. Not as yet. Interesting, Caulfield using that time out. You only get 2 per half. Still 4 minutes plus a full quarter to go, and a very tight score. Just not quite sure when you might need that time out, Dave.
Yeah, the sun's starting to drop. Yeah.
Back at the X, McGrath Campbell against Flood.
Yeah, there's 2. 2 Tubby.
Hit a pre-draw.
Yeah, it's going black.
Way.
No, it's going green.
No, he's called it the other way.
He's going off. He's that confident. Flood.
Wow.
Oh.
Not the way we saw it, but we don't hold the whistle. Caulfield back into the attack. 4:20 to go in the third. Scores are 7 apiece. Here's Harari at the top. Gets it across to Fothergill. He's got some speed. Curry steps up.
That's better. Get back at him.
Slays the body in.
Dominant right-hander.
And force him to move it on. Harari with
Poke.
a drive.
Poke.
Gets past one, gets dispossessed. Zach Brentflick comes out like a bullet with the ball. He clear it. Can he turn this into a fast break? No, he calls it off. Baker too high. Should have been lower that time, Dave.
Yeah, I thought he would have run back
to the goal. Get on his wheels and get going towards the goal. Could have caused a fast break situation.
Yeah, I thought he would have set up in that, Gus.
Baker drives to his left.
Fake. There he
finds
is.
Brentfleck on the bottom left.
Yeah, he faked that long shot.
Yeah, nice look. Nice finish by Jeb Brentfleck. And Malvern take a 1-goal lead. 3:21 to go in the third. Haven't seen we got any type of flow on today, the Malvern side. We saw them last week. A little slow to start, but once they got going, they rattled out 7 or 8 goals real quick. But Caulfield not allowing that to happen today.
That's Jeb Benflick's 3rd goal. McGrath back with it.
Water will slow it down. Malvern looking for the sub. McGrath Campbell will come off. Geordie Campbell to come on by the look of it. Yep, Campbell comes on. Baker to Howard behind. Here's Wada. We haven't seen him take a move yet. He's working his man. Good defence there by Harari.
Oh, here he
Finds
is.
Curry.
On the crease.
On the crease. Nice slow shot. Malvern jump out to a 2-goal lead. 9-7. 2:34 to go in the third. Much better movement there across the crease area. Not just people, standing still. We get a bit of movement cut through, and of course when the defender doubles and leaves Curry all alone, he catches it and puts it in without any problems.
Yeah, most defences will slide from the crease.
McGrath Campbell comes up with it again. He's been fairly strong there all day. He's taken complete control. Barnes will come on. Anglicus to Barnes. Down to Brentflick in the corner.
You got flat on playing D now.
Yeah, we'll probably look to get through that one if you could. Here's Brentflick. Back to his left. It's all stagnant in there. Here's Barnes at the top. He's going to try and look to sweep. Comes back to his right. Finds Anglicus. There's Brentflick again. Takes the shot. Goes wide, but Howard's there to back it up for Malvern. Keep it in their attacking half. 1:36 to go in the third. Malvern lead 9-7.
11 shots this quarter.
Yeah. 2 goals, Dave. Yeah, 3 goals.
3.
Yeah.
The last 3 on the net has scored.
Cook on the move.
Got to keep running them.
Here's Howard. Baker steps around with a shot, goes wide. Barnes will back it up. Caulfield calling for in the crease. Howard was pushed in there. Down under a minute.
That's an important minute here.
Probably just need to keep it and get it down.
He was down for that.
Another poor shot.
Yeah, put a stamp on it.
Teddy Friend come up with that. Probably I thought Malvern should have kept that the last 18 seconds before making their move. Now Caulfield have an opportunity.
And they got a chance to get it back.
Yeah, there's Anglicus. Keeps it there. 27 to go in the quarter. Cook behind, sends it up to Baker. 17. Baker makes his move, tries to skip inside. Got
Shoot it,
Anglicus.
Sammy.
Cook. Down to 5. We've got a flag. They just need to hold the ball. Don't go anywhere. Just hold it.
Time expires.
Time expires, so Malvern will start with possession in the last and final quarter. We'll just wait for the referee's call. I did see a flag go up. I haven't seen a call as yet. We'll wait for that call.
One minute the cross check.
Number 33 for Caulfield, Griffin Marks, will spend 1 minute in the bin for a cross check, which means Malvern will start the last quarter with a man-up situation for 1 minute. So quarter stats, Dave. Where did we go there?
Yeah, just with Zach Corso, number 4 for Caulfield, picked up their single goal. We also had singles for Mitch Baker, Jed Brenlick, and Aaron Curry. 3 goals that quarter to Caulfield's 1.
Face-off, seems like Pat McGrath-Campbell dominated that quarter.
Yeah, he had, that was actually, 3-2 to Paddy McGrath.
Oh, okay, well, it's...
Yeah, that a long stick and Young Flood won the other one.
Yep. Well, the sun's completely gone now. It's starting to get a little bit chilly out here in the commentary area, but only a quarter to go.
As long as I don't get wet, Gus.
There's no chance of that, Dave. There's no rain coming here today, mate, so all good.
Just 3 shots on the net for Caulfield there for their 1 goal. In comparison, Malvern at 8 on the net for their 3.
As we mentioned, Malvern will start the quarter with a full 1 minute and a man-up opportunity. We've had time to talk about this man-up. The last couple of times out has been a straight 3-3. They might change it up a little bit here.
Yeah, such an important goal. If they could tack one on here, Gus, maybe throw one in that no one's seen for a while.
Well, it'll certainly make it hard for Caulfield from there, even though we do have a full 15 minutes to go in the game. And a 3-goal lead is going to be pretty hard to run down. But as we know in this game, you get 3 goals in a minute if the opportunity arises.
Malvern have given up 4 in the last 2 weeks, Gus, and 2 of those have been man-ups.
Anyway.
So see if they can stay focused. Disciplined.
Yeah, discipline is the key. And stick to your game plan, stick to what your instructions are and keep it going right till the end. So Baker steps up. 15 to go. And Sun pokes its head out again. Baker and Bramfleck work it up the top. Cook's open on the bottom corner. Just got to keep it up the top there. Make the defence move. There's Cook, but he's got no angle. Far too low.
Yeah, he's better to throw that back.
Wasted opportunity.
Better to throw that back out, Gus, to someone in a better position.
Yep. No, he's just too flat. You only need to be a step or two up. But here's Caulfield on the drive in a man-down situation. Harari all the time in the world to pick it up. They can certainly run this penalty out now and kill this clock. Finlane across to Fothergill. He sends it down the corner, down to Bobby Wells. He's not in a hurry to go anywhere. They've still got one sitting in the box. About to release. So all even. Wasted opportunity for the Malvern side then. So Harawi Howard steps up.
Finlane.
That was Finlane, okay.
7, yeah.
Pretty nimble, pretty
Going to go to his left. He'll come back.
It's just Wells. Yep, and there it is. Fothergill. Stick side, stick low. Pulls it back to a 1-goal situation. Malvern lead Caulfield 9-8. Still 13 and a half minutes to go in a quarter. Malvern had their opportunity then, Dave. They could have pulled 3 away, but didn't come off for him.
Yeah, just as I said, Cook was that flat to goal line. It would have been better to throw it back out. Keep the Caulfield defence moving, but not to be.
Back to the X. In dispute, but McGrath Campbell comes up with yet another one.
Liam Fothergill's second goal. Oh, he's after that.
Howard gets hit. There's still a bit of sun left. There's Wada.
Good to keep him on now, Gus. No good taking him out.
No.
Him and Curry. Just let him go.
Cook comes on.
Got the short stick.
He's got the short stick high, but he decides to go
both
across
there
to
in the
Curry.
right-handers.
Curry drives to his left. Takashi Wada with the shot comes off the pipe at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but doesn't go in.
Another one down the drain in High Street.
Yep. Another $4 down the drain. Baker with the ball.
I think they're dearer than $4, Gus.
You buy them in bulk, you get them for that. There's another opportunity missed for Malvern. Bramfleck suits it wide, but Baker's still there to keep possession. Baker takes on Marks.
Separation there. Got a flag.
I'd be hitting Wada up, but Baker decides to take it on. Steps inside, back around, nowhere to go. There's a cut through Curry, but the ball's hit the deck, so the referees will call it off.
We're better for left-hand cutter, Gus.
We'll wait for the call. Okay. We have a 30-second technical foul on number 10 for Caulfield, Ethan Richards. So Malvern another chance and in a man-up opportunity. He's starting again. I still think the corners are too flat, Dave. They've got to get up, get in that hole. Baker and Howard working it at the top. Caulfield pushing 3 up the top.
Yeah, no crease. Here it comes.
Penalty about to expire. Howard finds Cook back to Howard. There's one on the corner.
Barnes.
Spills it. Caulfield through. Friend will get the ball. He looks up. He's got one there at the box. Griffin marks. Clears it. He's got Bobby Wells up there. Caulfield will settle in attack. Caulfield working behind. It's Corsi with the ball.
Big shoulder.
Zach Brentflick steps up. He moves it on. Harari at the top. He's going to take a move.
He's a
Comes
lefty.
back to his left. Howard defends well there. Well, just need to keep their eye on the crease. It's there. It's open, but he doesn't get it. And Bobby Wells keeps possession of the ball. Garrett steps up. Well, spins, come back to his left. He gets through
Still
the crease,
wants to
gets the
go.
shot, and there it is.
He still wants to go.
Yep. No double. And now we have a tied ball game again. 10:22 to go in the last. Caulfield certainly had the momentum so far this quarter, Dave.
Yeah, been very busy, Gus, run and gun.
Yeah.
Taking good quality shots.
Working their crease area and make good quality shots. At the X. Ball jammed up. Brentflick with the ball. As Baker settles it down, Malvern will make a couple of changes here. Cook to come on. Still waiting for one more. There's Cook. Barnes comes on, moves it across. Here's Jeb Brentflick. Looks at Curry in the crease again. Great vision.
Again.
Great vision from Jeb Brentflick then. Curry catches it and puts it in. Nothing simple, nothing fancy. Just catch, throw, goal.
It's that crease area again, Gus.
Yep.
Bit of a goal mine, I think.
So Malvern take the lead again, 10-9. Still plenty of time to go in this game. We're down to 9:35. Crucial. Malvern have had more than their fair share of face-off wins. Pat McGrath out there again. I think now more than ever in this quarter, they want to hope that Paddy can keep winning this ball out of the guts. This time it goes the other way. Flood comes out on a fast break. No one goes to him. He takes a shot and scores. Tied up again. 10 apiece. No slide there from the Malvern defence.
Now they just let him run down. How about that, eh?
We got a flag here. Looks like we got a foul on Malvern, which means Caulfield will just take possession. Be a foul after the goal was scored. We'll just wait for the call.
Might buy him a phone, Gus. Give us a call with their decisions.
There we go. Okay, we have a call on number 6, Zach Brentflick. Illegal body check after the goal was scored. So Caulfield with the score, and they will take possession in a man-up situation for a minute. 9:25 to go. little bit of confusion there. Finn Lane will bring it down. Caulfield, after being 2 down, have scored 2 in a row and brought it back to level.
3 shots on the net for Caulfield, all
Man
gone
up.
in.
They've been pretty good with their man up, moving the ball nice and quick. The corners are pinched in.
Nice. I like it. Watch the play. Good. One inside.
Lane at the top, looks down to the corner. He's got Wells there. Not in a hurry.
House, one hand.
Harari.
Should take up sword fighting.
Put some pressure.
There's a shot. It goes right in. Caulfield take the lead through Fothergill. 8:43 to go. Caulfield lead the contest 11-10. That's pretty much a lot of heat on that, Dave. Right up the top corner from Fothergill then.
Yeah, they built that up, guys. Drew the Malvern defence around.
Yep.
That's Liam Fothergill's 3rd goal.
Yep.
Certainly the most.
Caulfield lead 11-10 with 6:43 to go in the last. McGrath Campbell gets it for Malvern this time. Probably got to run the clock for another 20 or 30. All even. All even. Malvern in attack. Down by a goal with Curry. Back to 6 on 6. Brentflick with the ball. Just waiting for the subs to come on. Wada comes on. Brentflick makes a move. There's Wada. Tries to barge. Nowhere to go. Moves it on to Cook. There's Curry. There's Brentflick working behind. Comes back to his left. Yeah, he forces the crease. No one there. Gets up and gets his own ground ball. Great look. And there's Wada with a shot. It gets spoiled by Friend. Griffin Marks runs it down for Caulfield. They're not in any hurry. They'll just settle. It's Fothergill again. Caulfield with a 1-goal lead. Finn Lane tries to take on Cook. Good defence by Cook that time, forces the feed off. Here's Wells with Garrett attack. There's a pick there. Looked a bit moving to me, but they get away with that one. Here's Wells again. Curry steps up to him. Gets his hands free, takes a shot. This time Chan gets a piece of it. Goes wide. Caulfield will keep possession with the back up behind the goal. Here's Harari to bring it in. Corsi looking for a move in the front of the goal. Keeps possession. Drives to his right. Zach Brentflick steps up. Comes back to his left. Corsi. Good body work there by Brentflick. Here's Wells. Looks in the middle. Good bit of work there by Garrett. Wada down the middle. He'll have no trouble clearing it. Malvern need to score. 6:10 to go in the last. Caulfield lead by a goal. Timeout charge to Black.
Take the whiteboard and draw on the play.
I think they still have this timeout plus another one, Dave. I think this is their first timeout for the half, but they need to work out a play and get back on even terms. They need to score a goal, get back on even terms, and then go from the start again. Let's see what the coaching staff can deliver here for the Malvern side. Reasonably low scoring affair so far, which there's not a lot of time to go. Malvern have not been able to break away and attack.
They got it, that 2-goal lead, and Caulfield's bounced right back.
Got it back in a couple of minutes. "30 seconds till the start of play." Jordan Campbell starts with the ball and sends it up to Barnes. Not sure what they're going to do. Howard hanging around the crease area, probably want him up high. Ball with Kobe Cook. It's across to Barnes. Caulfield prepared to push right out high. Campbell takes it on. Fothergill steps up. There's a shocking pass there. Another error, but Brent Flex there. Gets the crumbs. Donny Howard looks around onto his left, back to his right, draws a double. Can't get his hands free. Takes a shot. Goes out. And it stays with Malvern.
That's his first shot for the second half, Gus. Gone right out of it.
And Brent Flex the go-to man now. Barnes on a drive. Doyle steps up to him. Barnes takes a shot, hits the goalie. Another save to Teddy Friend. Caulfield through lane, comes screaming down. Quick ball movement to Fothergill. He looks across to Wells on the corner. There's Corsi, but fortunately for Malvern, Chan comes up with the save. He's got Bound out wide. Now the heat's on. 4:53 to go. Malvern down by a goal. They have a lot of time to muck around. If they're going to get back in this, they need to score. Here's Wada. Sit across to Kobe Cook. It's Mitchell Baker. Sure what they're going to do here, Malvern. Still looking for the one-on-one dodge. Which will be Wada. It's well held, but there's Anglicus finds himself open on the corner.
There's that crease.
Another great piece of vision by Takashi Wada. Finds Sammy Anglicus open on the left-hand side and pulls it back to an 11-all game. 4:18 to go. Yeah, great vision there by Takashi Wada. I would probably want to leave him on for the rest of the game, Dave.
I wouldn't take him off, Gus.
No.
He got plenty of petrol left in the tank.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's fit and he hasn't spent a lot today. He's fit. He can run it out all day.
We got to rank on mobility, not just goodwill, giving on a run.
Yep.
Here we go. 2 units in the middle.
It's going to be a Caulfield ball.
Still there.
Still in dispute, but Marks picks it up. Malvern have got to ride this hard. Teddy Friend will just walk this up. Just below 4 minutes to go. Harari gets the clear. Straight to Corsi. As Wells, he's been damaging today.
He's been very busy. Now down to the business part.
Finlane, Fothergill.
3.5.
Back to Lane.
He's a lefty.
Takes a shot, misses, but Caulfield will keep possession and back it up. Fothergill will take possession on the far side of the ground. He's Lane at the top. Howard steps up to try and block. Plenty of room down there for the Caulfield attackers. Bound steps up, can't get it off. Wells is still keeps possession. I'm not going to call any moving picks out there. And Wells is just content to stand behind and let the attackman work up in front of him. There it is. Waits the opposition, waits till the opportunity arises, and Dylan Harari presents. Takes a great shot and puts Caulfield back in front. With 2:42 to go in the last. Caulfield 12, Malvern 11.
Dylan Harari's second goal for the day.
Yeah, he's been a great workhorse for him. 2:42 to go. Very important face-off side for both teams here. Ooh, looked like McGrath Campbell went early. He gets it out. Curry picks the spills up. This with Brentford. Malvern don't have time to muck around anymore.
2.5.
Yep. Baker works behind. Here's Howard behind. It's across to Brentford. He tries to skip in. He doesn't. Scores. Ties it up. Great move there by Jeb Brentford. Could see that one coming. You could see he was looking to get in, got down inside and under, and when the occasion came, he jumped up and he hit the net without any problems. Great move, great goal. 2 minutes.
That's his fourth, Gus.
That's his fourth. Scores a level 2-all. With 2 minutes to go, 12 all.
This is the face-off to win all face-offs. 2 minutes to go.
Yep.
Scores are level.
Well,
Getting dark.
Interesting, the couple that Flood has come out with, both have resulted in a score.
McGrath's on it.
He needs a bit of help, but he picks it up. Okay, let's see what Malvern do here. They've got 2 minutes to go. They've got a timeout in hand. Howard gets it across to Campbell. Here comes Wada. Someone I'd like to see it in his stick right now. Baker to Brentford. That's the other one. He looks up, he tries to skip in. Good vision, sends it across to Campbell. Here's Wada. Takes a shot, but comes up with a save. Great save by Ted.
Good
Brent
splits. A bit of acting there.
Yeah, well,
get a job of the AFL.
Caulfield will get the last possession by the look of it. 1:19 to go in the last. Finn Lane, as he's done all day, clearing the ball with ease for Caulfield. Gets it across to Harari. He's got Campbell trying to, he gets around him, he slips.
It's on the ground.
Ball's in dispute here. Could be the game-winning ground ball here.
Oh, he got it.
Zach Brentford comes out with it. Comes down the middle. Oh, flicks it across to Campbell, but can he keep it? He does.
49 seconds.
47 to go. I think Malvern still have a timeout in hand. Here we
There
go.
it is.
Timeout Black.
Run out the
40 seconds
whiteboard,
to
Gus.
go.
Out the
out comes the whiteboard.
Red and black pens.
No whiteboard there, yeah, I can't see one. So Malvern have got 1.5 minutes in a timeout to work something out and try and get this last goal and clinch the game if they can steal it.
42, Gus.
42 seconds to go, but there's 1.5 minutes in the timeout, Dave.
Okay. Got you there.
Or 90 seconds per timeout.
Well, I think Malvern want to give away this bottom right shooting because they haven't been able to penetrate there, Gus.
Yeah.
Put it from the front.
It's got to come from
All the lefties.
Brentford on the corner, looking towards a cut on the opposite side. Wada's the one I'd be looking for.
They've got to cut towards him.
Yep.
Not look to shoot it from that flat right-handed side.
Starting to get a little bit dark here at the Malvern Town Hall. Sun's completely gone, we know that. Pretty mild day. Hasn't been too chilly, no wind. As we get back to play with 42 seconds to go in the game, probably it's the last roll of the dice for Malvern to clinch this, to get the steal. Let's see what they come up with. They're up to Jordan Campbell high, down to Howard. Not sure which one they're going to look to.
Might put it on the crease to finish.
There's Howard. Kobe Cook with the drive.
Here he comes.
Gets it to Brentford.
There it is.
Scores.
A low grubber.
What a great shot.
Still got 17 seconds.
Got a bit of dispute.
They're all getting excited
They're all
on the
getting
Caulfield
excited.
bench.
17 seconds to go. Caulfield telling the bench to stop the clock, but they can't stop the clock till the referees tell them to, Dave.
Correct.
So totally up to the referees to take control of the situation, not the bench.
This is big now, Gus.
This is huge.
Red or the black chips? What do you want?
Well,
Put them all on.
yeah.
Number 8.
Well,
There we go. Get over it and kiss it, Pat.
That should do it.
Just get over it.
Donnie Howard running it. 6 to go. They don't really want to try and score here. Down to 3 seconds. Clock will go any second. Malvern get away with a win. Well, as they say in the classics, Dave, I think they got out of jail. What a great performance by the Caulfield side, running with 13 players today.
Yep.
But their core, their midfield core was sensational. I'm talking about Harari. I'm talking about Finn Lane,
And Liam Fothergill.
And Liam Fothergill and young, even though Connor Flood in the centre, he gave them some drive early and come out with a couple of goals when they really needed it. Their defence was excellent, the goalkeeper excellent. So great effort from Caulfield, but then on the other hand, it was a great effort from Malvern too to fight their way out of the hole and get themselves back in the game and finally get away with a win. So a little bit worried there, mate. We were nearly on double pay there on overtime, looking at golden goal.
Our old friend Tony.
Malvern were able to nail the last goal with about 17 or 18 seconds to go in the game. So anyway, Dave, let's take us through the stats for the day.
Yeah, we'll just have a look at Caulfield's shot. That's 20 shots on the net and went wide. 2, 4, 6, only 7 went wide. It's pretty conservative, 27.
Yeah.
Malvern had 25, 35 on the net and went 9 wide. So that's a pretty comprehensive shot difference.
Yeah, and on the face-offs.
17 Paddy McGrath, 2, 4, 6, 8 for young Connor Flood.
Which is a pretty dominant win there in the end of the game. It's, fortunately for Malvern, or unfortunately for Tommy Bound was ruled out before the game, but bring a bloke like Pat McGrath Campbell back into the side. He hasn't played State League for a couple of years. He's been playing with the reserves, but he's certainly got what they still need to have, and he's come out and he's turned it on its head. So who's your player for the day? I'm going to go Caulfield. I'm going to go Teddy Friend, the goalie, and for Malvern, I'm going to go Jeb Brentflick.
For sure. Call? Agree with those two, Gus.
You agree?
They're very good.
Anyway, that's not up to us. That's for the referees to decide when they put the best and fairest votes forward. Any other stats there of note, Dave, for the day? Goal scorers.
3.
Still adding them up.
I got a miss. I missed one.
Yeah, well, so what have you got, Malvern?
Well, we know that Jeb Benflick finished with 5. Liam Barnes 1. Aaron Curry 2. Donnie Howard 2. Mitch Baker 2. Sam Anakigas 1. And I've missed someone there, but don't audit me because I'll be all right.
And Caulfield.
Yeah, let's have a look. Zach Cosser at the single.
Yep.
Darren Harari with 2. Finn Lane just a single. Liam Fothergill with 3. Garrett Mossa, 2. Young Wells had 1. Connor Flood, 2. That tally up should be 13 to 12. I went to school.
That's exactly what I'm seeing on the scoreboard over there. So anyway, that's round 8 done and dusted. And as I mentioned earlier, Malvern get away with a 1-goal win. What a great game by the Caulfield, team.
Looks strong.
Also a great fight back from Malvern after being down early in the game and getting back. So that's round 8 done and dusted. I'm Gus Campbell.
I'm still Dave Curly Joy.
And we'll see you next week for the clash back here with Malvern MCC. Thanks to Darian Panner on the camera and the production.